everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. We're on to the divisional round now. 2 steps away from playing on the biggest stage in sports. It's the Jaguars going up against the Patriots. With that, we'll send you up to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough as we say hello to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Larry, we are about an hour's drive southwest of downtown Boston in the area known as Patriot Place, Gillette Stadium here in Foxborough. Coming up, it's Divisional Round Saturday, and we've got an AFC battle on tap between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the New England Patriots. They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
First play of the drive. Let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Brissett now on 2nd down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up 3rd. So certainly not the start they were looking for here as they come up on a 3rd and 14.
Let's go! Brad 38! Brad 38!
It's 3rd and long for Brissett. And he's got Lockett. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line.
And fits the exact right word. Over the middle, there's almost always traffic. So anytime you're a receiver in that area, you're not just focused on catching the football. You're wondering where the collision's going to come from, right? Because there's almost always someone there able to concentrate, catch it, and even added a little extra. At the end with a short run.
And we roll now on the offensive starters, and everybody always loves to talk about Gronk.
And wouldn't a lot of teams love to redraft right now? This guy went in the second round, yet no matter what, you've got a game plan for him when you're opposing him.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. On second down, Freeman. And he is going to lose yardage here. So he loses 3 yards there. Now third down.
But when it comes to the running game, the New England Patriots, they're one of the few teams in the NFL that I don't think care much about balancing things out.
Last year, to your point, 5th in passing yardage, number 30 in the run game.
What they want to do each and every week is make a game plan based on their opponent, not so much their own personnel, and they try to attack that way.
Looking for his all-pro tight end, Rob Gronkowski, and now it's 4th down. So on 4th down, the left-footed Ryan Allen to kick it away for the Pats. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And it's taken in at the 9. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. It's a gain of 21 that time. And it's good enough for a Jacksonville first. He had time, was able to survey the field and find a soft spot in that zone coverage.
And that's where it gets difficult for a defender, Brandon. You go to your spots on the field that you have to cover, and when the offense finds an area that you're not in, that's where they throw the football.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
I'm going to show my age here a little bit. We used to talk about running backs catching the ball as safety valves. Nowadays, they're a big part of the passing offense.
Quit acting like you're so old. You're only 65. Looking to throw. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. The gain of 39 that time.
So what's the old expression that quarterbacks like to use when they decide to throw the football? I'm looking for either a touchdown or a check down. And he took the check down on that play, and it worked almost to perfection.
So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. Now they'll run it on the taunts. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
So the myth has been shattered. Every cornerback in the league is not just a cover corner. Some of them will stick their nose in there and make plays exactly as we just saw there. A big loss suffered by the offense after that nice tackle.
Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. Back to throw here. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. Now look at the starting unit, and here's to you, Mr. Robinson.
Oh, I like that one. Allen Robinson, I love coming out of Penn State. Everyone kept telling me he's not fast enough, and I kept pointing to the film and saying yes, but he catches everything. He's definitely a threat.
They'll set up to throw. And Robinson with a big catch. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Allen Robinson, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Jags have taken the early lead. And he puts it through. Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Patriot offense set to take over again. And last time out they had to punt the football away. Anything positive possibly to take from that?
There always is when you're punting the football away. It doesn't sound like it because you're giving it up. But you've avoided a mistake.
At least you didn't turn it over,
You didn't turn it over, right? You're giving your defense a chance. because you're punting the ball away and they're set to go on the field as opposed to sudden change after a turnover. And wow, now we got to go out there and stop people. So, yeah, there's always something positive to be gained from it.
A good convergence there defensively, only a yard, and it's second down. And we take you through the starting defense for Jacksonville.
Malik Jackson is very steady and awfully productive.
Second down, Brissett. Being chased out left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Got his man, complete. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, it's the Patriots in possession to begin quarter number 2, and they've got it here with a first down. They'll come out in the pistol. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And give him about 3 as he gets it down to the 22-yard line.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
To throw is Brissett. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Whenever I see a drop like that, I have to kind of take a step back and check myself a little bit. So used to seeing those big guys make big-time spectacular plays that when they drop one, I have to remind myself, we ask a lot out of these guys. Block and catch the football, not easily done in today's NFL.
On 3rd down, Brissett going to throw deep for the end zone. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now. Gostkowski now for the Pats field goal try. And this a 39-yard attempt.
In this situation, it's really tough to figure out how to defend because they have plenty of room to still take deep shots at the end zone as they just did there. Yet at the same time, you've got to be ready for the short throw. In this case, when you see the cue that they're going for the end zone, retreat and make sure you have a way to play forward, back towards the receiver, and have a chance to bat the ball away as they did there.
They go play action here on 1st down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Michael Kendricks from his outside linebacker spot, forcing the sack for a loss of 8. They come up in an offset eye. He'll look to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Fans do love the long ball, don't they? And he already found his guy once. Tried to give him another chance there, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Couldn't connect, but as you alluded to, he does have that touchdown from earlier, trying to keep him in the rhythm. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side.
Now let's go. 3-19. No. Check. Patriot. Over. Back down to that Philly. Here we go.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Finding time. He's going to let it go again. So they took a shot there on 3rd down. Couldn't get it. Now it's 4th.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. So the Patriots coming out now. And they have to feel like they missed on an opportunity for points last time when they couldn't connect on that short field goal try.
And no doubt about it, because they were counting on those points. In today's NFL, Let's face it, that's really a chip shot, right?
That's anything inside 40.
Yeah, they're counting on that going through the post. But we've seen it happen to teams before. Some of the best kickers in the world can miss kicks like that. Can they come back now and redeem themselves?
Now it's 2nd and 7. Brissett now on 2nd down. Over the middle, that's taken in by Gronkowski. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
Brissett now. He goes underneath to Freeman. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
It's complete to Lockett. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
That was a nice completion on an out route, and those types of plays are the result of arm strength by the quarterback and timing by the receiver.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. They come up in an offset eye. Now a first carry for LeGarrette Blount. And they'll lose yardage here, knocked back to the 19-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
There's another example of why they haven't scored any points so far. I think it's time to abandon the run game, spread things out, and go to the air. It certainly can't be any worse than what they've done so far.
Here we go. What? 90. What? 90.
A 2nd down throw for Brissett. Rolling to his right. And he slides to avoid the hit. Give him 6 on the play, and that'll make it 3rd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Let's go. What? 90.
Brissett. And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. Tyler Lockett, a 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Patriots are within an extra point of tying this one up. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked so well, and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Looking and finding Allen Hurns. It's a gain of 14 there, and it'll give the Jags a 1st down. 2 minutes to play in a tightly contested first half. Back with more AFC playoff action after this timeout. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Caught out left side by Robinson. Allen Robinson, kiss him goodbye. Touchdown, Jaguars. Allen Robinson with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Jaguars have taken the lead. Oh, I was just about to say he hadn't missed an extra point all season, but there it is, his first miss, no good. Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. And the Patriots gearing up to go now. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
11 yards on the pickup, and it gives the Pats a first down. The former 7th-round pick, Julian Edelman, just continues to have such a productive career.
And has made himself into a receiver. Remember, he was a college quarterback, and not just a productive one, a very good one.
At Kent State, right? Yes,
a great leader, a guy who could make plays with his feet and his arm. Got to the NFL and had to convert him to being a receiver and was drafted that way. And that conversion, oh boy, it's been good. So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Now a play fake here on first down. And he rifles one incomplete. So he got his hands a little too far outside. The ref caught him, threw the flag. They slot Gronkowski outright. Here's Brissett. They'll set up the screen for Freeman. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. It'll be a gain of 9, and it'll be 2nd and 11. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Brissett again. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. And now out come the Jags. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead. But a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Second down following the incompletion. Back to throw here. And his throw is going to be incomplete. He was looking to get it to Allen Hurns that time. 3rd down here. Defense has set themselves up nicely. 3rd and 10 now.
Here we go now.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He's going to let this one go deep. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now.
I guess they figure with a guy who is that hot downfield, who knows how to get the ball into the end zone, you throw it up and give him every opportunity, even though that one fell incomplete.
Yeah, he's already been in the end zone multiple times. Tried to target him again deep there, but unsuccessful. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Patriots take over. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Looking deep downfield. It's caught inside the 25. These coaches told us they wanted to take the top off this defense. They wanted to be able to stretch them downfield. They showed it pretty well there.
And they knew that if they were able to do that, it would open up everything else. But how did they truly get it done? Practice in the previous week, making sure they had a plan.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. They slot Gronkowski outright. A second down throw for Brissett. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone. So incomplete on second down. Now they'll look to convert here on third. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through. So it's on to halftime in this AFC Divisional round matchup, as we'll send you down the coast to Orlando, where we check in with our friend Larry Ridley and the EA Sports Halftime Report. Larry, so both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This one fielded at the 5. Out come the Jaguars now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
No. Check. Patriots. Hurry up. Here we go. Blue landing.
They'll set up to throw. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
And he still doesn't have a catch. We're into the second half. I think it's a little bit of a surprise to me, but that was one he should have caught.
Absolutely. That was his best opportunity right there. He dropped it.
An extra corner on the field for New England here on third down.
Yeah, another DB. He'll drop to throw. He finds Hearns left side. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be fourth down. Here's Brad Nordman now as he's on to punt for Jacksonville.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. A gain of 3, second down.
Partner, you know I love to point out when teams break tendency and do something a little bit different from the norm. But when you run the ball in the first play of the drive, that's not a tendency breaker at all. That's just trying to establish yourself as you move forward.
Play clock winding down. Second down, Brissett. And unable to connect on the long pass. It falls down incomplete. Incomplete pass on second down. Let's see what the offense draws up here on third.
Come on, let's go. Brad 38.
On third down, Brissett. And this is going to be incomplete. He was looking for Dorial Green-Beckham. Now fourth down.
Myles Jack can just flat out cover. Doesn't matter who's out there, and he can do it really well in man. How about what he just did there in zone, though? Eyes in the right place, saw where the ball was going, reacted appropriately, and knocked it away.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. It's just taken around the 12. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. look to throw now on first down. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. That time they hit him out of the slot on the drag.
And that route takes some fortitude from the guy running it, because he knows he's going through the briar patch, as I like to call it, right? He's trying to work his way through all that traffic, and people wanting to put a little contact on him. Really well done.
They come up in an offset eye. Looking to throw. Middle of the field, it's Robinson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And the offense lining up 1st and 10. And on the ground they go with the running back. And he'll cut it to the left sideline. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. They'll get 19 yards there. And that'll be good for a Jacksonville 1st down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
It's a 4-yard pickup, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. To the sideline, and oh, a nice catch there. Made sure the feet were inbounds, and they were. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Looking for Burns, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Patriot offense now set to come back out onto the field. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say, maybe makes that offense feel good, but when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
Let's go! 38!
They go play action with Brissett. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
And more offenses are going to the philosophy of using every inch of the field to try and spread things out. And when you're running back and catch the ball as well, that can only help your offense.
Now a toss play to Blunt. And an alley to run. LeGarrette Blunt. And he makes it all the way down to the 13-yard line. A big play there for New England. 55 yards. So they pick up the 1st down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set. Back now in Foxborough. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. Back to the ground, this time with Freeman. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Shift together here from the D-line. We're set now on second down. They'll set up the screen for Freeman. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
The play clock's running down on third down. Devontae Freeman. And he is in. Touchdown, New England. Devontae Freeman. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Patriots have moved out in front here in the fourth quarter. The point after try for Gostkowski. And that will make this a 4-point game. Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Jaguars getting set to go. Looked like they had something going last drive. Then the interception happened. Will they recover?
The memory they need to keep with them is that they did have something going. They were moving the ball on offense, had a nice sequence going. Don't worry about the other part. You can't get that back. Let's go back to what you were doing well before.
I thought you were going to say they need to have no memory, but remember the good part, forget the bad.
I like that even better.
They go back to the air here after the INT. Deep drop. He's going to air one out. And this would have been intercepted if he could have gotten the feet in. He didn't, so it's incomplete. Boy, that one really could have turned this thing upside down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he's able to get this one up to the 45-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Caught out left side by Robinson. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And a nice pitch and catch to pick up the reception against man coverage.
Both of them read how much yardage they needed, figured what they had to do, and were able to beat the man coverage for the completion.
Completes it to Lee. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first. 4 yards remaining now on second down. Back to throw again. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
Coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
They run the counter now on first down. Cut back left, and he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. A great effort there, taking it in from 14 yards out. And the Jaguars have moved out in front here in the fourth quarter. He's got it, and this is indeed up to a 3-point lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Now Jones. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And now out come the Patriots. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior. Big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion, and both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
And he comes back with one complete. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
And when an offense is doing a nice job selling the play-action pass, a lot of responsibility shifts to the linebackers. They're the ones that have to determine run or pass and get to the proper places on the field.
We're set now. Over the middle, Julian Edelman, it's complete. And he's brought down. 18 yards on the pickup there. And it'll be first down, New England. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. First down, Brissett. This complete to Lockett. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39.
Well, that was well defended. And as a cornerback, what you're taught when you see a wide receiver screen, either you get underneath the play before the blocking forms, or you're going to have to fight your way through it by getting through some blocking. That was a really nice play there.
They'll look to throw. His throw's going to be incomplete. Trying to get that in the hands of Devontae Freeman that time. And it's third down.
After that throw, and it was definitely one that he would love to have back, I wonder what's going through his head. I wonder what kind of mind game he's playing with himself to get himself back on track. Because a lot of guys, that's what they do. They have little triggers that when the mechanics are off or if they make a bad throw, that they go to that place to get themselves back in sync.
And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
Even in today's NFL, when we think of the tight end position now as really a glorified wide receiver, we're still asking a lot of those guys. They have to block as well. Every now and then, they don't come down with the football.
And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out.
Oh, partner, my partner. That was pretty amazing, wasn't it?
It was indeed. It was a long, long field goal, and that ties this ball game here in the fourth quarter.
And that sideline absolutely loved it, didn't they? I don't know how many of them thought that he would make that, but once the ball got over the crossbar, that's one fired-up football team.
And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play, but if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this.
And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And the Patriots have it.
I'm fairly sure that there's no good time to cough up the football. But this couldn't be much worse, could it? No. This situation, this yard line, no chance.
They set it on a T-form. They're already in field goal range here late in the fourth now.
Yeah, warm up the kicker and just make sure they take care of the ball now. They've got a chance to put this thing away.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And down inside the 15 he goes. And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Red zone opportunity.
Flex round! Come on, let's go!
Now a carry for Blount. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up your play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets the tempo for the game.
And as the 4th quarter winds down here, we're all even.
And no one wants this game to extend. They want to go ahead and win it right now.
They come up in an offset eye.
Let's go!
Again, here's Blood. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. And now the Jags going to signal for another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And now a 10th carry for Freeman. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. So the drive here ends with a field goal, and that does give them the lead, but this one is still a long ways from over.
And you love to be able to look up at the scoreboard and see that you're out in front, but then you take one look across the field and see that offense is raring to come back out, and you think, I don't know that field goals are going to be enough to get us home.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Jags offense now gets set and heads back onto the field. They have a little bit of time left here, but this one not going to go their way.
And this is where, in this situation for me, you just go ahead and run out the clock, shake hands, congratulations, and move on. Because now, you're not going to make up for what's happened here in the game in this last sequence.
We'll see what they do here in this last sequence. Back to throw. It's caught right side of turns. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. And now they're in the hurry-up. And he'll stop it with a spike here with 7 seconds left on the clock. So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. 2nd down and 10. He'll look to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver, and it'll bring up 3rd down. They got pressure there and only rushing 3.
And there's a defensive coordinator right now who is celebrating not just getting home with 3 there, but realizing if that's the type of pressure he can get in the entire game, then his pass defense is going to be excellent. You're dropping 8. Where are you going to go with the football?
One final shot. They'll look to throw. He's got time. He's going to let it fly. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And that is going to seal this victory as time runs out. Well, we were on hand for a fun and entertaining game here, coming down really to that last play. Great job defensively to get the pick and seal it.
And we know that every play during a game matters. You're never sure which one's going to be one of the key ones. But at the end of the game, when you analyze it, 3, 4, 5 plays are going to be the ones you focus on. And that last play was one of them. The last shot had to take it, and they came up with the interception and sealed their victory.
everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. The time for talk is over as we are just mere moments away from the Super Bowl. Two teams now have a chance to prove they are the best. It's the Panthers going up against the Bills. So the time has come. Let's send you out to the stadium and join the two men that will have the Super Bowl. Here are Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis.
Larry, it's the newest facility in the NFL, and it is a beauty as we come to you from U.S. Bank Stadium here.
Yeah, I've been killing it. Yeah, I've been hard in the paint, not a single assist. Yeah, I've been flicking that wrist. Yeah, I've been now they with this. Yeah, I've been killing it. Yeah, I've been hard in the paint, not a single assist. Yeah, I've been flicking that wrist. Yeah, I've been now they with this. Yeah, I've been killing that. Yeah, I've been flicking that wrist. Yeah, I've been killing that, flicking that wrist. Yeah, I've been killing that. Yeah, I've been hard in the paint, not a single assist. Yeah, I've been flicking that wrist, flicking that wrist. Let me tell you about the young man. Matter of fact, I'ma let Push tell that. Take it by the old man. Had to change her heart and then fell back. Old man lived a long life. Walked around with a long way like Jesus, that Colombiana. That's mere models like. Yeah. Look at the flick of that wrist. I'm feeling like Leonardo. Let me paint the picture. I might need a bottle. On the road to success, I can fit a throttle. That Michelangelo, hundreds in the envelope. Type when I write. And that old man had to change her heart. Wish he knew it back from the start. Like, looked around, seen it. Soon as he seen it, I swear it, I mean it, my man was gone quicker than dominoes. He in jail, everyone falling like dominoes. Yeah, I've been killing it. Yeah, I've been hard in the paint, not a single assist. Yeah, I've been flicking that wrist. Yeah, I've been now they with this. Yeah, I've been killing it. Yeah, I've been hard in the paint, not a single assist. Yeah, I've been flicking that wrist. Yeah, I've been now they with this. Yeah, I've been killing that. Yeah, I've been flicking that wrist. Yeah, I've been killing that, flicking that wrist. Yeah, I've been killing that. Yeah, I've been hard in the paint, not a single assist. Yeah, I've been flicking that wrist, flicking that wrist.
Logic. Clockwise, counterclockwise, realest in the top 5. Other 4 ain't rapping. I'm just rapping for the side. Yeah, that's coastlines, Panama for the boat rides. Worth billions, and we ain't even need showtime. Just money counters and kitchenware. Condo with a in there. We got rich in there. Been a trophy since Hawaiian Sophie. Curry over Kobe. We shootin'. Splash Brothers with the add in soda. Good fellas to my Aureliotas. Shades of blue, I met you. Let the sky fall, let it rain on you.
Yeah, I've been killing it. Yeah, I've been hard in the paint, not a single assist. Yeah, I've been flicking that wrist. Yeah, I've been had it with this. Yeah, I've been killing it. Yeah, I've been hard in the paint, not a single assist. Yeah, I've been flicking that wrist. Yeah, I've been had it with this. Yeah, I've been killing that. Yeah, I've been flicking that wrist. Yeah, I've been killing that, flicking that wrist. Yeah, I've been killing that. Yeah, I've been hard in the paint, not a single assist. Yeah, I've been flicking that wrist, flicking that wrist.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. The long build-up is over, and Super Bowl 52 is finally here. These teams have had 2 weeks to prepare, and no doubt they are ready to get the biggest game of their lives started. Who will leave the field as champions of the NFL? It's the Panthers going up against the Bills. So the time has come. Let's send you out to the stadium and join the two men that will have the Super Bowl call. Here are Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis.
EA Sports coverage takes us to one of the newest jewels on the NFL landscape, U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. We count down to kickoff in what should be an epic one here between the Carolina Panthers and the Buffalo Bills. They'll come out in the pistol. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. Jackson's got it over the middle. And they're able to get this this one across the 35. They'll get 17 yards there. And it'll be first down, Panthers. On first down, Rodgers. Bringing it in, Jackson left side. And they got 29 yards there. And it'll be a Carolina first. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball. And sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
Give him 18 on that one. And the Panthers are going to get a first down.
And that's the way to get things started the first time you touch the football on the road. And you have to believe all week long, all they've talked about is, okay, going into a hostile environment, we're the visiting team. How do we take control of this ball game early? That's one way right there. No fear, guys. And if they had any, it's probably gone after that run.
That's complete right around the 8. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up first and goal.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch.
So the chains are on their sides. It's first and goal from the 6. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up second and goal. And here's the offense today that hopes to get off to a strong start. On second down, here's Rodgers. And he's in for the score, and his spectacular season continues as he ties the NFL touchdown record.
He is phenomenal.
And they do exactly what they wanted to. Opening drive, they get into the end zone. They do it on the ground.
And not only is the person lugging the ball happy, of course, because he got it into the end zone. How about the offensive linemen and receivers who are blocking for him? They have to feel great about themselves, sticking it in the end zone on a running play.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. They come out here in the eye. Now a play fake here on first down. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him. And he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there. When I see Cameron Wake make plays like that, I can't help but shake my head sometimes. He had to go to Canada first before he came back to the NFL, where he's now an all-pro.
Yeah, undrafted out of Penn State, but look at him now.
And just think about all the pass-rushing moves he has, his ability to play against the run. Remember, he was a combo outside linebacker, defensive end. Now he's just simply one of the best in the NFL.
He was looking for Gronk that time, and that'll make it third down. And a look at the offense that is hoping to put some points up in bunches here in this one. And the offense looks to pick up the first here on third after that incompletion.
Let's go! Let's go!
Back to throw here. On the move to his left. He may try and run for this. And it's a fumble.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Shift together here from the D-line.
Let's go!
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20. And the starting crew defensively for Carolina.
Dontari Poe emerged on the scene fast as a young player and continues to make big plays at defensive tackle.
Let's go! Blue 58!
He'll drop to throw. He'll get it outside to Gronkowski. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's third down. So here we go, a third down after the second down pass completion.
Let's go!
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12.
And while it didn't work very well on that play, defenders on third and short know it's going to be a quick read. And really, the quarterback's just going to turn around and hand it off. So that way, you're able to diagnose the play and try and get to the point of attack. But when you're dealing with a fullback, it's hard to knock him backwards.
Now they'll run it on the toss. No gain on the play there, second down. So nothing there. I don't know that that's all in the back, though. You got to look at blocking there, don't you?
I would agree with that totally. At some point, they have to win at the point of attack. Instead, it was the defense getting it done again and holding them to no gain.
Let's go!
They'll give it to him right up the gut. Bulldoze it, and he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. A great play there. Taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Bills are an extra point away from tying the football game. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Carolina getting set to take the field. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. Fresh set of downs here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. Here's Rodgers to throw. And that'll be incomplete. With my good friend Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin with you. It's the Panthers in possession of the football as we begin quarter number 2. They'll face a third down conversion attempt here, 3rd and 3. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Rodgers going to try and throw on 3rd down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good, but when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion, as we just saw there, that's winning football.
And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. Back onto the field now comes the Bills offense. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
It takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. So nothing there, but maybe you blame that on the blocking.
Yeah, at some point, you've got to win at the point of attack, and on that play, that was all the defense. They made it happen.
A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
They come out 5 wide. 3 of them to the right side. On third down, he'll drop to throw. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted, a great read, and it's picked off. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Well, on that play, the expression, don't blink, you might miss something, certainly applied. That was fast. Defense diagnosed the play, and it was over in a heartbeat.
Rodgers to throw on second down. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
Today's NFL, these big guys are featured receivers. They move them all over the place to try and find good matchups. And they had one. They were just unable to complete the pass.
And with a 3rd and 13 here, the defense in a dime look. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. He gets a good chunk of yards there, 8 all told, but they're still looking at a 4th down. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. So after the pick, they can't capitalize for 6, but they do get 3.
And I know in this situation, most of us wanted to focus on the offense. You know what side of the ball I played on. Let's give that defense a lot of credit. Taking it over in a sudden change situation and shutting them down.
The Bills offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
No, that wasn't an explosive run. That wasn't one that took it all the way to the house. But, boy, for a team that's had trouble running it the entire game, that's the kind of run they need, hopefully, to get themselves kick-started.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Forced out to his left. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 6 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1.
And we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
They come out here in the eye. Now a guy who's been a Raider his entire career. This is Marcel Reese. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Second down following the run. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
They'll drop to throw. And almost intercepted. It would have been his second pick of the game. Instead, it'll be second down. Well, he just threw an interception last drive. Nearly another pick.
And things aren't very even right now, are they? It's a little bit sloppy out there, isn't it? It's kind of different driving on those paved roads and those country roads that have those potholes in them, isn't it? 'Cause that's the way this game's going right now. A lot of bouncy bounce to it.
You spent some time on some Tennessee country roads.
I certainly have. Plenty of family back there. God love them.
7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. They slot Gronkowski outright.
Let's go. 58.
They'll look to throw again. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. We'll come back to Super Bowl 52 after this. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. They'll run it now out of the gun. And past the 30 down to about the 27. And the dreaded face mask penalty, that's going to cost him 15 yards.
And it's such a dangerous play. Body going one way, and then your head gets yanked back the other. 15 yards is the right call.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up 1st and goal.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there. And now we get a timeout called on the defensive side of the ball by the Panthers. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Well, they held him out on 2nd down, and now here's 3rd and goal. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. Only a yard that time, so now a decision to be made here on 4th and goal.
Well, they gave it a shot. Quarterback sneak. Not able to get it.
Now, if you're going to call, and he takes it in across the chalk for a Bills touchdown. Michael Vick taking it in. And the Bills have retaken the lead.
And while that touchdown does not give them an insurmountable lead, it's still a lead, and that always feels good to a team.
They'd love to take that into the lockers, but a little time left on that clock, so some work to do.
I like that. I like how you're guarding against a letdown there.
Marty looking forward.
Coaching them up from right up here in the booth.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Panthers offense here, they get ready to head back on the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk is a big decision here.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Rodgers now on first down. He sets to fire deep. Now a battle for the football. It's caught. It's a touchdown. Vincent Jackson as the first half is winding down. And the Panthers are once again going to retake the lead. It's good, and they'll take a 17-14 lead. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. And the Bills offense comes out ready to take over. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds.
When offenses dial up big shots downfield, they're not always for the guys out wide. Sometimes they want to go to their big target, deep downfield, and the defense breathes a sigh of relief. 50-50 balls, not easy to get away from the big targets.
And second and 10, he'll look to throw again. Right side, that's complete to Gronkowski. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here. Now hang on here. Timeout called by the defense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. Dancing to his left. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. So these two teams will head back to their respective locker rooms here in Super Bowl 52 from Minnesota, as we send you down to our EA Sports Studios in Orlando, where we find our man Larry Ridley with our halftime report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 yards with a new rule as he's taken down right at the 20-yard line. Out come the Bills now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Back to throw now on second and 10. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. He was trying to fit it into Gronkowski there, and now it's third down.
Very difficult night for the guys on offense. They've got to be looking at each other in the huddle and on the sidelines. How are we going to find some open space to complete a pass and find open room to run? This defense all night long has squeezed down the passing lanes, made plays on the football. It's really been a thing of beauty for them. He's got to figure all day long prepping for the game. They had to have talked about it again and again. Squeeze passing lanes, and we'll be in great shape.
Well, they haven't had a whole lot of success in the passing game here. Now, in the second half, he's thinking, I guess maybe just take a shot deep.
I think you're right. Almost looking for a bailout, isn't he? Can my receiver go up and make a big play for me? Can I create a penalty downfield, maybe pick up an interference call and get that yardage downfield? Anything trying to get going again, but you're right. He definitely took a shot.
Wow, evasive.
Make a miss.
A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And the Panthers will get it here as they take possession. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. On second down, here's Rodgers. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's third down. Third down here for the offense after the incomplete pass. From the gun on third down, Rodgers over the middle to Evans. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. We saw 5 receivers out there, third down from that distance. You had to think quick pass. They were able to get it done.
No doubt about it. Everything went quickly on that play. The processing, getting the ball out, getting it to the proper target, and picking up the first down. Hard to defend. Maybe your only hope is get your hands in the passing lane on the pass rush and try and bat it away.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Rodgers again now. He's got time in the pocket. It goes as a loss of 6. And now third down. So third down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. Throwing is Rodgers on third down. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Carlos Dunlap in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Boy, he came in off the edge so quickly there.
Look out, because that's exactly what it was being shouted by the offensive lineman to his quarterback because he had no chance to block him.
Here's Matt Darr now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. Mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. The Bills getting set to go. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Dontari Poe in on the stop.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. You'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
Let's go! Blue 58! Blue 58!
On play action, they'll throw. And it's hauled in by Jared Cook. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A big play here for Buffalo. And even 40 yards. And now a first down following that long gain. They'll come out in the pistol. And he'll give it here to his running back. And a loose football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
Let's go! Blue 58! Blue 58!
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
Offensively, they liked their situation, so they tried to take a shot downfield, but no one was open. So it was tuck it in run time, and he picks up a first down.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And out of bounds right around the 20. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it first and goal.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1. And quickly, they get to the line.
Well, the spotlight hit him once already tonight as he got into the end zone. He was trying.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Buffalo. A great effort there. His second touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Bills have once again taken the lead. He's given him a little jolt, just gave him the lead there, but 2 TDs now in the game.
And that jolt puts them in the lead. What a terrific job by him. He is carrying the ball and simply saying, I want to win.
And now he's hoping his defense has that mentality as they try to hang on to that lead. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field. Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. Calling a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. And the offense moving quickly to the line. They fake the give. Now Rodgers surveying the field. He's going to launch this thing. Wait. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Carolina. Vincent Jackson, his second touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Panthers are once again going to retake the lead. And that one gives them a 3-point lead. Back now here on EA Sports. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. Here's Hopkins now out to kick it away. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. Second down and 4.
Let's go!
Now back to throw. Over the middle, it's Jared Cook. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Well, we haven't been shortchanged on offense. Another fun play to watch there on the deep pass.
This game has the feel of, what, a turkey bowl, a Thanksgiving day. You know, when we get together this year, when the Davises and the Gaudens get together, that's what our playbook's going to look like they're drawing them up in the dirt, and so far it's working for both of them.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Mario Edwards in there to drop him, and he continues to wreak havoc in offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Out to his left. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds.
Partner was a definite passing down, but he was able to leak out and pick up some good yardage, even though the coverage was excellent. Maybe it's not exactly how they drew it up, but he still got a big chunk of yardage on second down.
Let's go!
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
And Vinatieri's kick is good. And the Bills have tied the game here in the fourth. I tell you, the life of a kicker. He has not been called on the entire game. He's over there by the net, but they send him out here in the fourth quarter and say, hey, go tie the game, will you? And guess what? He comes through.
I just don't know how they do it. I really don't. These cats are a different breed from you and me. That's a pressure kick, but that one was never in doubt.
And the Panthers coming out now. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. And they'll run it here. And he'll get this one across the 20, but only up to about the 21. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop the jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And some room to work. So there you go, holding by the offense, and that'll push him back.
Changes everything now as you try and figure out what your playbook has for you. Longer yardage situations, tougher to execute and pick up first downs.
Over here. 26.
On second down, here's Rodgers. And that will be caught, but out of bounds. Out of bounds, ruled incomplete here.
Well, the obvious goal is to try and score a touchdown, but at the least, adding to a pretty big yardage total for his intended receiver there, huh?
Yeah, well, when you've got a guy over 150 yards, keep chucking it deep to him, I guess.
Yeah, no doubt about it. You can get it to him short, and he can make plays that way, but I like what you just said. Throw it to him deep and get it in a big chunk.
But incomplete on that try. Des Bryant, the intended receiver. And 4th down coming up. Here's Matt Darr now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Again, we'll see the pistol here. And now here's a carry heading left. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. And the offense there, the O-line, everybody really on offense, they were just manhandled at the point of attack.
Yeah, you could pretty much call them all out, couldn't you? Almost by name, right? That was a very tough sequence for the offensive line. But how about that defensive front creating a new line of scrimmage and creating a lost yardage possibility? It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he sensed being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
3rd down is a down. Both sides know they absolutely have to win. And the name of the game for the defense is pressure on the quarterback. But pressure on the quarterback with contact, that's how you end up winning it.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. Carolina getting set to take the field. They'll run it now out of the gun. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Play action. Now it's Rodgers. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The corner blitz gets there as he goes down for a loss of 7.
The game plan for any defense is finding ways to make a quarterback uncomfortable in the pocket. When you bring pressure from all angles, you never know who's going to get home. In this case, the left cornerback, right in the face of him, puts him down.
On 3rd and long, it's Rodgers. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Aaron Donald, he's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. Here's Austin. And he's going to be out of bounds at the 39. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the offense will come back onto the field with a 1st and 10. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here.
Let's go!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. 2 minutes to go here in Super Bowl 52 from Minneapolis. We're back to perhaps crown a champion after this. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed, and he's able to get to the 2nd level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. It's already 2nd and 12. The defense hoping to push them back more. 5 wides in the game. 4 of them to the right side. Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. He's going to loft this one deep left sideline. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up, because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
Let's go!
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down. And now we get a timeout called on the defensive side of the ball by the Panthers. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down. They come out here in the eye. He needed a yard. He didn't get anything. And the Panthers will get the football back. Here are the Panthers now as their offense comes back out onto the field. They need to get this around the 40 to have a chance to win it in regulation. From the 40, it's a 57-yard field goal, so that gives you a gauge.
And all they're trying to do now is pick up yardage in good chunks and get out of bounds to stop the clock. If they end up running a play and get tackled in bounds, they're worried the clock may run out on them and finish the game.
And they'll have to be careful how they handle this.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
They'll run it now out of the gun. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives them a new set of downs.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is what every back in the league is supposed to do, exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
So just about a minute to go here, tie ball game.
As fans, we love free football. But the guys on the field don't. They're going to attack and go for the win right now.
And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he's brought down. It'll go as a gain of 12. And it'll be first down, Panthers. And there they went crossing route against the zone defense. What do you think of that?
Takes real coordination between the passer and the receiver, because you've got to read those zones and where the open spots are and be on the same page with the guy throwing the football. Because sometimes you're throwing it in front of the zone. Sometimes you're throwing it between the zones. Sometimes the receiver's going to just kind of find a spot and what we call sit down and present himself to the quarterback and throw it there. It's a tough read, but when they're in sync, it's really effective.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And his kick is good. The field goal is through the uprights, and they've won the Super Bowl. That's it. It's all over. And the Carolina Panthers are your Super Bowl champions. For the victors getting to hoist that Lombardi trophy, you know, we've talked.
Call it, Babe Ruth ball it. Your boyfriend's got a cauliflower and I'm a... So sue me, who you, Judge Judy? Stacking the rubies, if life was a movie, then you could just call me the Goonies. You're not relevant, trolling on the internet, no respect. Haven't moved out of your parents' basement yet. Big neck, coming with the beat that's gonna break your neck. You can hear me now. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? If you like it loud, we can make it loud. Can you hold it down? 'Cause we can hold it down. Yeah, you can hear me now. Coming to your city, sending bass into your earlobes, like your bleached out hairdos. We glowing in the dark, got the spark, about to flare the fuse. That's just how we do. Geronimo, parachute, skydiving off your parents' roof. Saw the magician's assistant in half, like who the are you? Who the are you? Who the are we? We be the dudes who just come over to water the lawn. We don't say hi, we just come over to walk your dog. We nice like that, we super nice like that. You can hear me now. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? If you like it loud, we can make it loud. Can you hold it down? 'Cause we can hold it down. Yeah, you can hear me now. Yeah, you can hear me now. Turn it up to 11. Blow it up, straight to heaven. Drop the big beat so they gotta listen. Yeah, you can hear me now. Yeah, you can hear me now.